Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jessica, your health fitness program manager from Miter McLean, and today I'm going to guide you through a very relaxing Yin Yoga practice where the idea of today's practice is to help you prepare for a better night's sleep. Don't feel like you can only do this practice right before you go to bed. It's a great practice to just relax everything. Isn't that our goal all the time? So we have 3 minutes before class starts. I really encourage you to gather some props up for yourself. Blocks, blankets, pillows, bolsters. Don't feel like I don't need any of that stuff, because you can absolutely benefit from it even if you don't have any proper yoga tools. Can you grab off some cushions from your couch or some big sturdy pillows you might have in the bedroom? I won't tell if you use your decorative pillows for yoga class. Okay, so we're going to start at 4:30. I believe we're starting in kneeling position today. Grab some water right now. Have some by your side in case you need it. Thanks for taking your time for yourself and for coming to share your energy, not just with me, as I do with you, but to everyone around you. Nice clean hands so you can feel comfortable touching your face. Give this a little twisty twist. I mean, who doesn't like to see a sleeping dog, as amazing as my entertainment center is? Yes. It's a big one, Fred. Okay, welcome to class today. If you're just tuning in, take a moment, find yourself as many props as you can to be as supported as possible, because today's class is really 100% about relaxation. Just gonna make it a little warmer in here so you guys can hear me easily. Great, so we're gonna get started in kneeling. So take a moment, if you just need to shake it out a little bit and cat-cow to relax as much as you need to, and then press the tops of your feet into the floor and go ahead and sit your hips back on top of your heels. We're gonna start off with, we'll do 4 minutes right here in kneeling. If this is in any way uncomfortable for you, I encourage you to use a prop. If you have a block, you can place that block right underneath of your bum. If you don't have a block and you're working with a towel or a pillow, you might find it feels comfortable to place that behind the back of your knees and just gently sit yourself back down. And just start to come into the stretch. You're looking to find something that, it might feel a little bit challenging still. Just because we're holding the poses a little bit longer in Yin Yoga doesn't mean that they're easy postures. The idea is that you just really focus on your breath and finding relaxation in each of the postures. There's going to be a lot of forward folds in class today. So if you're having any issues in your legs, particularly if you happen to have sciatica, just be kind to yourself. Feel free as we come into those forward folds to bend your knees as much as you need to. And if you find that you're having any issues with your lower back, instead of taking a lot of the forward folds and rounding that we might enjoy later, just enjoy as much length as you can continue to create. Focus on contracting your core to find that support that's going to help your back a little bit better. If you're not having any sort of back issues, you can feel free to even let that belly hang out, relax right here throughout the entire class. I encourage you to either find that one spot to focus your eyes or close your eyes and really come into your breath right now. Find a goal with this pranayama, this deep breathing, to inhale in your awareness, at least 4 seconds if you can, and exhale out all that does not serve you. Work towards exhaling for 6 seconds. Remember that if your eyes are open and your eyes are moving, your mind is moving, and we're really just working to connect our breath with our bodies and finding that stillness. So take that eye movement out as much as you can. You can keep your eyes open, just find a soft gaze on one spot. Just about 1 more minute right here. Start to scan your body from head to toe and just notice where you might be able to remove some tension a little bit more. Any place that you find that tense spot, maybe scrunching up your eyes or eyebrows or pursing your jaw. Work to send your inhale into all those points of tension one at a time. And use your exhale, imagine truly releasing it, letting it go, breathing it out. Getting rid of that which doesn't make you feel better. Ain't nobody got time for that. Great. Last 2 breaths right here. And then you're going to take your time and lift yourself up. Come onto all fours for just a moment. Move your prop to the side. Keep it close by. You might still need it. Next up, we're coming into dragonfly. Or just a nice, separate leg stretching. So find the stretch that feels good for you today. Depending on how tight your legs are, that might be with your legs a lot closer together than mine. Everyone's working with whatever their personal body looks like. And here we're really going to use our props. So if the stretch is too big on the back of your legs, think about bending your knees. You can even insert a rolled up towel or pillow underneath of your legs. Maybe feel free to straighten those out. Remember, if you're having those lower back issues or issues with your sciatica, you really just want to find a little bit more of a tilt in your hips. Everyone can enjoy that tilt in their hips though. If lower back hurts, feel free to put a little bit more pressure into your hands on the floor to support you, and feel free to use props as much as possible. My friends all laughed when I bought this stuff for home, but it sure does come in handy. You might even want to, if you don't need to have your hands on the floor, use your hands to support your head. You can feel free to tuck your chin to your chest. Come into this forward fold as much as feels good for you. We're just starting to warm up our lower halves. So find as much relaxation as you can in your upper half. We've got 3 more minutes right here. So remember, you're working to come into a posture that you can hold for these entire 3 minutes that we're fully immersed. Try to find some relaxation in your neck and make sure that your breath has not become labored at all. Can you keep that 4-second minimal inhale and that 6-second exhale throughout the whole class today? Let that, your breath, be your number 1, and the posture, your depth, be the number 2. So as we hang out here for a little longer than we usually would in class, I know, I look like I could be watching TV right now. But legit, I'm just supporting my head and feeling cozy doing this yin with you guys. I still feel a beautiful stretch along the back of my legs, and hopefully you guys do too. Maybe even a little bit of a stretch in your lower back if you took this forward hinge. It's normal even in these stretches to feel some discomfort. You don't want to feel pain. And you still want to work to maintain your stillness in this discomfort the same way you would if you were in a meeting and all of a sudden things went south and you just had to keep your cool. This will help you in the future to stay calm, to find your breath, to find the answer, to keep your cool. Hey, doggy. Oh, you love me during this class so hard. I'm alive, I promise. I know, I'm alive, I promise. All right, take your last 3 breaths right here. And take your time, slowly work yourself back up to a lifted position. Sorry we have to change postures. And you're just gonna work those feet back in towards the center line. You can move your prop out of the way, but keep it close by. Excuse me, Uncle Buck. Next up is caterpillar. Okay, thank you. So you're gonna go ahead and bring your legs together. If things are really tight along the back of your legs, think about sitting up on the block, on a prop. If you don't have any props, that's okay. You can always take a generous bend of your knees. If not, you might want to lift yourself up, maybe even walk those sit bones back just a little bit to really get that tilt in your hips. And then feel free to once again use your props. Use all the props that you have. Feel free to use your hands to support your head. Finding some relaxation in your neck. Remember, if you're having any trouble with your lower back, you want to avoid this forward fold. So you're just going to keep lifted in your caterpillar. Think about finding some length and shining your light through your chest to sternum. Even kissing those shoulder blades together behind you for that active chest and open back. And if your lower back hurts, find that engagement of sucking your stomach in. And if it doesn't hurt, if it feels good, you can always allow that belly to hang out right now. We're going to spend 2 more minutes in caterpillar right here. This is a posture we're going to come back to today. Scan your body from head to toe and ask yourself, while being as supported as your body needs, what else can you relax? Number one, your breath. Work to relax your breath a little bit more, relax your mind. Do your best to not be distracted by anything else going on in the room around you. That's why closing your eyes can be so helpful. Just tuning into yourself and tuning out all the external forces. One more minute right here. Take your time, gently walk yourself back up to a seated position. Move those props out of the way. You can always bob your knees and windshield wipe your feet if you need to. Shake those shoulders out, find what feels good. Next up, we are going to go for half shoelace. So, trying to mirror image you guys as best as I can today, which means I have to physically do the opposite. Let's do our best. You are going to make sure that your right knee is the knee that is lifted on top first. You're just going to do your best to bring those toes or your heel as close towards your hip as you possibly can. You might even once again need to gently walk those sit bones back behind you. So half shoelace, that's like cow face. You're working to stack one knee on top of the other. Just finding a little bit of a bind here. You should feel it in your hips. Don't feel it in your knee. And if you need to, if it feels good for more of a stretch in those hips, you can always hinge forward. Feel free to place your hands on the floor, to place a pillow, sorry little buddy, a pillow between your legs and your chest. We've got about 2.5 minutes right here. So come back into the stillness, find some relaxation in your neck. Make sure you didn't come into a stretch that's so deep or challenging that you won't be able to hold it. It should still feel like a stretch. We're not just completely chilling in the chat. Hi, I love you so much, but I'm busy right now. So remember, if that lower back hurts, or if you start to notice that lower back hurting, apply more pressure into your hands, palms. We are working to relax, but you want to be supported in that relaxation. Remember that. Just about a minute to go from right here. If during any of these stretches you start to notice any trembling or shaking, remember that's normal, as you're just working a little bit deeper into your fascia, tissue, ligament, skin, even your bones. Just finding that super deep internal stretch. If you do notice that shaking and trembling, just come on back to your breath. Do your best to imagine And actually exhale out your tension. Sometimes imagination comes first, just visualizing what could happen with your breath. Take 2 more right here. And then take your time. You're going to lift yourself up if you went for that forward fold. Bring your hands back by your hips, maybe even behind them slightly. As you uncross your legs, take a moment. Feel free to windshield wipe your feet, bob your knees up and down, shake it out. And then we're going to walk ourselves forward. Once again, you might want to pull one glute back and then the other. Maybe even reach your hand back and move your butt meat out of the way. As we have another caterpillar coming up. Yay, another opportunity to find that forward fold that works for you, to use the props that work for you. Maybe it's your hand. We've got 3 minutes right here in caterpillar. So hopefully you're feeling a little bit more open than you did before. Maybe you can come a little bit deeper into the stretch than last time. You're just working into something that you can continue to hold. I can't see the timer. And relax. So notice if as you came into the stretch at first, what felt relaxing actually did induce any tension in your shoulders, and work to find as much length as you can. Halfway through. Take 2 more breaths right here. And then gently, once again, walk yourself up. Move those props out of the way. You can keep them close by in case you want them for the other half shoelace. So crossing your legs and then pulling on the top of your ankle as much as feels comfortable. Moving your hips as much as you need to work to stack your left knee on top of your right. And you can keep holding on, and you can keep that chest lifted and your belly engaged, and find that length in your spine if your back is hurting. Or you can feel free to round forward a little bit more if you're not having any pain in your lower back or in the back of your legs. Total of 3 minutes right here. Stay focused on your breath. Scan your body head to toe. Look for your tension and breathe it out. Uncle Buck, can you just come on up here, please? I'd like you to sit on the couch, please. No need to go any deeper than you are right now. Just see if you can find a little bit more relaxation. Last minute. Enjoy any of those natural twitches and whatnot that your body brings. My big toe has a mind of its own right now. It's just saying hi. Okay, take your time, gently lift yourself up. I have some great news, you guys. We're gonna lay down on our backs and take 2 minutes in Savasana before we move on. We have some twists coming up down on the floor, so make sure you do have some room on your sides. But feel free to use your props as much as you want in this Savasana as well. We have another short little, oopsie doodles, short little Savasana coming up for our last couple postures on the floor. So if you want to even turn your chin towards one of your shoulders for these 2 minutes, to get an extra little stretch of your neck. Remember, if you're having any pain in your lower back, it might feel really nice to bend your knees. Just go ahead, put a prop underneath of those knees. Find what feels good for you. Come into your stillness. Close your eyes if you open them. Melt into the mat. Back to the pranayama. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Inhale so deeply, can you feel your rib cage expand, your diaphragm press against the inside. Two more breaths in Savasana. And then if you turn your chin to your shoulder, take your time bringing the back of your head back down towards the mat. Bring your heels and toes to touch each other. Realign your legs. Keep your left foot grounded down to the mat. You can even flex your toes for a moment back towards your face. We're going to draw our right leg up, and you can grab hold of it with both of your hands, or maybe you want to grab hold with just your left hand. Whatever feels good. Just take the next 3 to 4 breaths with that right knee drawn in towards your chest. Find some length through the crown of your head. And after you finish these breaths with a little bit of pressure of your thigh against your belly, actually roll over onto your left hip. as we come on into a twist. If you want, you can even open your right arm out towards the side and turn your chin towards that right shoulder, maybe dropping your knee down towards the floor. If it feels super far away, feel free to grab one of those props you still have nearby and support your right knee. Coming down to the floor, we've got 3 minutes right here. Remember, there's no need to go any deeper, just finding the twist that works for you right now. Making sure that that twist did not make your breathing labored. Breath first, posture second. As you lay here and relax on the floor, once again, start to scan your body from head to toe and ask yourself, what could I maybe relax a little bit more? Where does my tension creep up? Halfway right now. Prepare your mind for the change coming up after your next breath. So bringing that knee back up towards your chest as you roll over onto your back. And taking your time, relaxing your right leg back down towards the floor. You might even need to press your heels into the floor and lift yourself up. Press your elbows into the floor, lift your shoulders up. Come back into your Savasana. We've got the other side Savasana, especially if you turn your chin towards your shoulder. 2 minutes starts right now. Keep your arms close to the center line of your body for this Savasana. Make it easier for your blood to circulate from head to toe. Melt into your mat, come back to your breath. Inhale those big belly rising inhales and exhale, belly button all the way back towards your spine. Take this time in corpse pose to really inhale your lungs full to their maximum capacity. And on every exhale, getting all of the last drop of stale air out so each breath can be beautiful, fresh, and full. Something new. If you turn your, if you turn your chin to your shoulder, take your time, roll the back of your head back down towards the mat. This time we're going to draw our left leg up towards our chest. You can go ahead, place your interlaced fingers on your shin. Find whatever kind of grip you want to apply a little bit of pressure of that thigh towards your belly. You can bring it out away from your rib cage. Take at least 4 breaths here, finding this pressure of your thigh against your belly. Start to stretch your elbows away towards your hips and find space of your shoulders from your ears. And then take your time, we're gonna roll over onto the left hip, right hip, and bring your left knee over to the side. Feel free to once again use those props, your blocks, your pillows, whatever you have. You can open your left arm all the way out towards the side. 3 minutes right here. So it's very typical for us to just come into the stretch. You're in the stretch. You think, I'm relaxed. When you really start to notice, are you creating extra tension in your hands or making a fist? Can you relax that? It's normal if your palms are facing the ceiling for your fingertips to curl inward, but you don't need to create any extra tension there. Are you creating any tightness in your chest? And if you find that you are, if you find that you're squeezing your muscles to be in the posture, come out a little bit. You don't have to keep this right arm open towards the side. You can keep both arms in the same direction of your bent knee. I lost track of time a little. So we're going to say we're halfway through right now. Coming into this last minute, really scan your body from head to toe. Take that tension out. Not just from one spot, don't stop there, but keep going. Maybe you relaxed it from your upper body, chest, shoulders, and then you found it in your belly or in your glutes, even in your toes. Last 2 breaths right here. All right, turn your chin back to the opposite shoulder. Bring that arm in a little bit. Left knee draws up towards your chest. Roll back over onto your back. Take a moment, go ahead, straighten your legs out. Get yourself centered back on the mat. Then we're going to go ahead and draw both knees up. Just taking another moment here in knees to chest pose. I'm just trying to create a little more length in my spine. I notice myself crunch, so I walk things one step at a time, just rolling a little over onto each side to create as much length in my vertebrae as I possibly can. You can hang out right here in knees to chest pose, relaxing your shoulders from your ears, If it feels good and it's comfortable for you, you can always come into happy baby. If you want, just stretching your legs up towards the ceiling, just allowing the blood to drain down towards your upper body, and you can have a bend in your knees. We're going to spend 2 minutes right here in some sort of legs lifted, spine relaxed with length on your mat. Remember, it's normal to feel that shaking, that trembling, those just involuntary twitches and movements happening as we're waking up so much of our insides, of all the things we might not normally get to access. Relax as much of your neck, head, shoulders, sacrum, all the way from the crown of your head to the tailbone on the mat as you can. So notice if you're arching your chin up towards the ceiling. Maybe tuck your chins. Who cares if you give yourself double or triple chins? For 1 more minute right here. All right, if your legs are up towards the ceiling, bring your heels, toes towards each other. Maybe even bring your hands to the outer thighs to feel supported as you start to lower those feet down towards the mat. You can relax them down one at a time. Readjust your upper body as much as you need. And this time we're going to go ahead and kick ourselves out into our final Savasana. We've got about 5 full minutes to enjoy right here in final Savasana. Focus on that same deep pranayama breathing that we started our class with. So inhaling in for at least 4 seconds and working to exhale out for 6 really helps to relax the nervous system. I truly encourage you to take this time to close your eyes. Back to your breath. Big belly rising, inhaling in awareness and intention. Exhale, belly falls, exhaling out all that does not serve you. this final Savasana. One more chance to scan your body from head to toe. Send those deep inhales in of love and light and awareness throughout your entire body. Focus on your inner calm. Keep your eyes closed. Keep the focus on yourself and your intentions. On your breath and your mindfulness. On the beautiful stillness that only you can create for and within yourself. Don't open your eyes just yet, but the time has come to end our practice together. You're welcome to stay here in Savasana as long as feels good for you. If you would like to sit up and do our final closing from a seated position, take a little wiggle of your fingers and toes, just wake up your extremities, keep those eyes closed. Continue to focus in on yourself as you come up to a seated position. Take a moment, ground your sit bones back to the floor, and once you have, bring your hands palms to the center of your chest and Namaskar. Anjali Mudra. One more opportunity to tuck your chin to your chest. Bow to yourself. Honor yourself and thank you for making this time for you today. For nourishing yourself from the inside out. If you have any questions or concerns about anything we did today, as always, please reach out. Don't forget to think good thoughts, speak good words, do good deeds, eat good foods. I can't wait to see you guys all again soon. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, or if you are trying this practice before you go to sleep, I hope you have the most restful night's sleep. I can't wait to see you all again soon. Namaste.